Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to This and That by Rohil. Hope you are having a wonderful Ramadan and a safe one too. Today I'm going to tell a story from the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As you know, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was opposed by his people in his time. But he never gave up, nor did his followers, no matter how much torture he endured. This is the story from the time where the kuffar returned from Ethiopia. They were very angry because they couldn't convince the king of Ethiopia to send the Muslims back. They came up with a new plan to torture the Muslims and make them go back to idol worshipping. And what was their plan? They decided to boycott the Muslims of Mecca. They wouldn't buy from the Muslims, they wouldn't sell to the Muslims, they wouldn't trade with the Muslims, nor even give them food. They wouldn't sit with them, nor even maintain any type of relationship. They wanted the Muslims to hand over Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to them so they could kill him and everything would go back to normal. By now you should be knowing how isolation in COVID times must be. But just imagine isolation without food or water or any of the basic stuff. The kuffar leaders of the Quraysh decided to write this down on a paper and hang it on the Kaaba so everyone could know the plan and stick to it. The Muslims suffered with no food, home, money or strength. Sometimes when they're really hungry, they had to eat leaves. Sometimes they secretly bought food from outside traders and shared it among themselves. Let me point out, this is not normal 14 days quarantine. This went long for 3 years. Can you believe isolation for 3 long years? Moreover, this was without any food supply or basic requirements. For 3 long years, the Muslims endured the boycott. In spite of the troubles, they were high on spirits and didn't give up on Islam. They worshipped Allah alone and kept reminding themselves that in the hereafter they would have better food, clothes and shelter. They believed that Allah will make a way for them. Their bodies got weak, but their hearts were strong. The kuffar were frustrated because their plan had no effect on the Muslims. They felt like their plan was failing. Finally, 5 men from the kuffar came up and said, "We've had enough of this boycott. This agreement is unfair." They said, "How can we eat when our brothers are starving? After all, they are our men and some of them are our relatives." They decided to talk to the chiefs of Makkah about cancelling the boycott the next day. They spoke to the chiefs and public about the disagreement. But Abu Jahl, one of the evil leaders of the Quraysh, disagreed. He was very angry. Meanwhile, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told his uncle Abu Talib to ask the people to check on the paper which has the boycott rules. He told him that Angel Jibril had come and told him that they would find the paper of the boycott rules eaten by ants, except the word "in the name of Allah." So Abu Talib went to the people of Makkah and asked them to check this. "If what he said is a lie, then we will turn Muhammad over to you," he said. "But if what he said is a truth, they'll have to end the boycott." And the kuffar agreed. They quickly went to check on the paper. And what did they see? The ants had indeed eaten all the paper except the word "in the name of Allah." The kuffar realized that Allah did this, and they got scared and dropped the boycott. Isn't this a beautiful story about how Allah helps those who believe? So what do we learn from this story? Yet another attribute of Allah. Allah is Al-Mu'izz, the honorer. He gives honor to who He wills. Like in the story, He honored the Prophet and his companions. And Allah is Al-Muzil also. And what is Al-Muzil? The dishonorer. Like how Allah dishonored the kuffar for their torture and pride. You've understood the meaning of these two beautiful names of Allah. I'll come up with some more interesting tales. Till then, this is Rohit signing off.
وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء